What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. So guys, yesterday and the past couple of days, we've been tracking on XRP what appears to be some sort of ascending wedge pattern, creating higher lows and higher highs. As we've said, in probably the past, I'd say 2 to 3 days, we've pretty much been consolidating and retesting a pretty crucial support level on XRP. That would pretty much be the deciding factor as to whether we're going to be spending the rest of probably November into December of correction falling to the downside here at point C, which we'll discuss more about later, as well as whether we're going to be seeing the rest of the market, such as Ethereum and even Bitcoin, start to see correction to the downside here. People are definitely getting nervous. People are definitely getting a little bit scared as many YouTubers are starting to put out more FUD videos or FUD type videos, which is definitely twisting and skewing the perspective of whether or not we're going to be seeing Bitcoin at its high. This has been the high, you know, we hit a double top. This is the highest we'll see, and we're going to start the rest of 2022 into some sort of bearish market, correcting to the downside here. There are a few potential supports that we do have to look at. I haven't bought into any of these cryptocurrencies just yet, and I'll explain why, and I'll explain when I plan on buying into these cryptocurrencies in some sort of direction here. So definitely stay tuned to the end of today's video for that. Otherwise, guys, today's video has been brought to you by INVICTUS Capital and their Crypto 10 Hedged fund, the crypto index here, which we're going to be talking about more at the end of today's video. But Crypto 10 Hedged is a smart index fund which provides investors with exposure to the top 10 cryptocurrencies while limiting the loss of capital through a dynamic cash hedging mechanism. Basically saying when the markets start to dip, as we're starting to see today, it'll actually convert more of its holdings into cash, which is more of a stable coin or, you know, stable fiat, and then back into crypto when it starts to do well. They've been pretty much guaranteeing gains consistently for many months now, so we are going to be talking more about this as another investment option at the end of today's video, so stay tuned. Otherwise, I have linked them down in the description below if you do want to check them out earlier. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, we are currently on the current coin market cap top 10 cryptocurrencies. Once again, it's not looking too great. I'll be honest with you guys. Everything is pretty much just consolidating sideways. We did kind of find some sort of bottom support on most of these cryptocurrencies the past probably 2 or 3 days ago. We found some sort of bottom and we've reversed out of that dump, that hole right here, and we've been consolidating now ever since. As you guys can see right now, this is pretty much the pattern that we're dealing with on XRP. We've switched our views for the most part. The past couple of days, we have been looking at XRP on the hourly charts, which isn't looking too good as it is battling its top resistance level of the moving average, and its 4-hour charts, which also doesn't look that good as we did correct lower, and there are some sort of downtrend descending fractals forming here, which we'll be looking at in a second. A falling wedge pattern. But you can see on the daily here, what we're dealing with is the fact that this is critical for the fate of XRP. And I've mentioned it previously on the channel here, and I'd like to know your guys' opinions. I'm just kind of referencing now on a more macroeconomic scale here, the fact that every time we tend to test this top resistance here, or retest it, usually the outcome is a major correction to the downside here. After retesting it back in May, mid-May, we corrected immediately with a big flash crash to the downside here, eventually starting our what we now know as an Elliott wave pattern here. Moving forward, we consolidated back up in early September. We retested top resistance at point B here, and it was immediately followed by a major dumpage correction to the downside here. Now, once again, just a couple of days ago, early November, we retested top resistance and was immediately followed by correction once again to the downside here. So honestly, what we're dealing with now is this higher low and higher high pattern where prices are continuously heading up and prices are retesting top resistance at a higher rate, which is definitely a good sign. XRP is not in a bad sign yet. But as I've said before, and I'll make this quick for those that are new to the channel, this is a very dangerous zone to be trading around short term here because as you can see, markets tend to just bounce off bottom support and top resistances, and the price and floors and price ceilings don't tend to be broken that quickly, and we basically wait for some sort of correction above here to close either on the 4-hour or the daily for us to buy in. But since we're currently trading inside of here, it's definitely a hard thing to say to buy in right now, especially because we're inside. Now, what I'm waiting for for specifically is to see prices actually either close below $1.05 to short it to point C, which would be basically completing another part of its Elliott wave pattern here, where we have A to B, B to C, that's what we're looking for, and then C to D, so on and so forth. But there are a lot of supports on XRP and a lot of good signals which would reference a swing to the upside here. I'm looking at Bityard right now, and you can actually see that Bityard shows a little bit clearer drawing of the falling wedge pattern that's forming on XRP right now. You can see the clear downtrend right here, beautifully supported, and the clear top resistance level that's also clearly supported here. You can pretty much see that prices have been creating lower highs and lower lows consistently, which is usually referenced by a reversal to the upside here, basically confirming that we need to see some sort of breach in either bottom support or this top downtrend here to confirm buying in long or selling short. Just zooming out more so to the daily, because the 4-hour does have some bull traps, I would say, or just not necessarily a great idea to buy in. You can see if we wait for the 4-hour, we have closed above here in the past and was immediately followed by a reversal. So looking at the daily here, which clearly shows this was just a wicked candle here, is pretty much what I'm waiting for. So I plan on buying in on Bityard, either when we break bullish or bearish on Bityard by leveraging this coin, about a 10x buy long or short position, creating a margin order, which you can see right here. We could type in 1000x and then clicking long or short. Right now markets have been stagnant, but we are going to be waiting for that opportunity, and then I will be buying in long or short. As you guys know, I have linked them down in the description below. If you're new, you'll be able to sign up and get the mystery box, which is a way to earn free cryptocurrency, which I recommend. Even if you're not new, just make sure to check this tab here. You might actually be able to get some free crypto, so definitely check it out. Now, more importantly, that's pretty much what we're waiting for. There's a lot of supports here. We have moving averages on the daily. We have price floors. We have uptrends. Everything is writing on how we're going to interact with this. Obviously, if we can confirm closing the daily above top resistance of $1.13, we can buy in here. That's when I'd buy in, because I would anticipate a rally back up to retest $1.24, retest $1.30, maybe even hit a new high of $1.40. This would all be confirmed whether or not we close above $1.13. And then obviously moving our stop losses up, because we have tons of big price ceilings and resistances to retest here. So that's pretty much what we're left with. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys see this clear as day. Beautiful uptrend, beautiful resistance up top here. We have to decide, are we going to be breaking through moving averages, falling to the downside here, point C, or are we going to be buying in long when we close above $1.13? It's pretty much hit or miss at this point. We just have to wait it out, play it patiently, and see, is this going to pretty much lock in and confirm a bear market for the next couple of days, or are we going to be seeing a flip back bullish? Now, the thing is, Ethereum has also been seeing quite a lot of uncertainty here with breaking bearish outside of its ascending fractal here. You can also see the lower high formation that this coin is forming here, creating lower highs and lower highs and lower highs. If we start to break through some pretty vital support levels on these coins, it's going to signal corrections back down to, the next support level, which would be closer to $3,600, if not $3,300 on Ethereum. But the main trades, my main focuses are XRP and on Bitcoin, which let me explain what I mean by that. When looking at Bitcoin here, for the most part, there's been, and I know there's a lot of lines here, but for the most part, this has been a pretty critical zone on Bitcoin in regards to where supports are and resistances, in regards to how high the price floors are and how high the price ceilings are. There's pretty much a lot of uncertainty that's been trending inside these zones here. Lots of supports, lots of resistances, so on and so forth. This is what I call the no trade zone, very similar to XRP. I tend not to trade or buy in inside of here. Because of how uncertain it is, I tend to wait for peaks where the daily closes above this, or the 4-hour closes above, giving us opportunity to buy in, and vice versa. Closing below here would be another, sure sign of correction or reversal and shorting the markets, because we usually tend to bounce bearish off of this level here and expect to see swings to the downside here. Problem with Bitcoin right now is we are once again creating lower highs. This is not a good sign. This is the first lower high, second lower high. We're now creating a third. There are these possibilities of other formations forming here. This could very well be a double top, which could swing us downwards. This could very well be a head and shoulders. First shoulder, first head, second shoulder could form, and then correction to the downside here. Regardless, I'm not too worried. I mean, we still have this beautiful uptrend here, which has formed over the many, many, many months of Bitcoin trading upwards over the past year, if not entering the second year here. So even if we do see prices correct lower, the lowest I can pretty much expect to see Bitcoin fall to is probably closer to like $43,000, which is probably the next time to buy in. Unfortunately, you can see here, I'd be very shocked if we break through this uptrend. We've used it in the past year, retested 30K on the dot. We're not able to break through that. And then we fall in short once again to about $40,000. I don't think we'd lose that much volume. I feel like there's way too much momentum within crypto right now to basically suffice a market's dropping us below 40K on Bitcoin again for quite some time here. So even if all things, crap out and we start to see markets retest, there's going to be tons of supports on the way down, but eventually it would be testing the bottom and maybe swinging back up. We got moving averages. We have supports at 50K. We have supports at 45K. There's all these supports that could swing us to the upside here if we do decide to break bullish. If we do decide to find some support and reverse upwards here. So there's a lot riding on this coin right now. We're just in a sticky mess consolidation. You can see we are being held up by this little purple support that I've drawn in here. If we once again start to trend below here, there's a chance we could see a dump. We could see it swing us all the way back down to 50K. It's very possible here. I don't plan on trading in on this. This is just a downtrend that's forming here. There's a very big chance it's going to continue to pull down to 50K here. So just keep your eyes peeled. But the easiest trade that I've noticed is with an XRP, and that's why my focus is going to be on XRP for the next couple of days until we see some sort of technical indicator, trend, or pattern that would say or prove otherwise. But until then, it's pretty much just allowing the markets to play out and then buying in. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of volume leaving these markets here, and I don't plan on, throwing money into it until we see that confirmation. Otherwise, guys, I do want to wrap up today's video talking about Invictus Capital and their Crypto 10 hedged fund. I want to give a huge shout out to Invictus Capital for sponsoring today's episode. So guys, as with any cryptocurrency project, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Invictus Capital is a company founded in 2017 that believes everyone should be able to participate in investing and that it should be affordable and understood by every investor. And it is also using blockchain technology and data science to develop innovative investment funds and help all interested investors diversify their assets while meeting their investment goals. Now, because Invictus Capital believes that the future of investing in blockchain will only increase, it is determined to bring an understanding of cryptocurrencies to every investor. And Invictus has a mission to remove and reduce any bias and emotion of crypto investing so people have a better access to data-led investments. So Invictus Capital launched a fund called Crypto 10, which is what we'll spend the rest of today talking about. Now, Crypto 10 Hedged is an open-ended passive fund which utilizes the C10 ERC20 token, providing investors with exposure to the top 10 crypto assets by market cap. Now, a dynamic cash hedge has been implemented as a unique feature which preserves capital during periods of significant drawdown. And there's also a weekly rebalancing which allows for potential periodic de-risking and index tracking. Now, the dynamic asset allocation algorithm utilizes data science to switch a percentage of the fund between crypto and cash positions based on a variety of fixed parameters, which enables enhanced downside protection while preserving upside gains. Now, because it uses an algorithm that rebalances the fund weekly and reallocates positions, this maximizes investor earnings while lowering risk, as evidenced by the 571% return this year, which is mind-blowing. Now, while risk is always a factor in the investment market, no matter where you choose to invest, the built-in cash hedging systems in Invictus C10 funds proves it can retain capital for the long term. Now, looking back at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic and the market crash in March of 2020, the C10 algorithm pivoted 90% of its assets into cash, dodging the full impact of the 40% market loss across the board. And the future is in blockchain technology, so if you want to add another dimension to your investment portfolio, crypto assets might interest you, but investing directly into cryptocurrencies can also be intimidating, and even most seasoned traditional investors don't even want to do that. Now, taking advantage of a crypto index fund could be a smart way to enter the digital market while also learning more about alternative investment strategies. So guys, that way you can diversify your holdings while relying on the experts to maximize your earnings and help you reach the overall investment goals. So guys, for more information about the platform, or if you're interested in their smart index fund, please check out the links I've provided in the description. Otherwise, huge shout out to Invictus Capital for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.